We back in the building with the Rounds Podcast. Hatchback, Caveman, Win Rent, been good.
Feeling good, living good.
Looking good over there, Rich.
Is your flirting beneficial? Like, is you getting us some deals with this flirting? Or you just flirting to stroke your ego?
Man, she gonna think he getting the invitation. But when a man flirt with a woman,
real shit.
same thing in the relationship.
Niggas I'm still
Women
with, I
don't usually
still
think
with.
that's an
If I'm in a
invitation
fix,
to
they
his
bout some
bed.
trill shit.
I fucking love that
Big
intro,
up
dog.
to the fam. Shouts out to the team. Welcome to the Rounds Podcast. I'm your host, Ben Good. If it's your first time kicking it with us, then make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit us up in the comments. If you've been rocking with us, salute y'all and appreciate y'all for staying down. And y'all already know what we do, man. We talk pop culture, we talk mainstream media, and sometimes we get into a little bit of family business. But it is a safe space to talk about it, and that's because I'm rocking with my rounds. Caveman 55, and y'all know I got Cuzzo with me, aka the People's Champ. What's really good with y'all fellas?
Ain't nothing, man. Another day. Happy to be alive, feeling good, ready to get to work. You know?
That's right. I know that's right.
Thankful to be here. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good. Less cloudy. So yeah, I'm here. What's down?
Nah, that's what's up, dog. But look, we gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying? We trying to just expedite this process a little bit. So y'all give me y'all top four. Just give me one out of y'all top four comedians, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know, with all the Will Smith shit, Chris Rock, I figure we dealing with a lot of actors and comedians. Give me y'all top four. Or one out of
four comedians.
You go
of
first.
all time? That's tough.
You go first, Rent, with that.
Yeah, I like going first because you always be trying to say I stole your shit. So definitely for me, I'm gonna start off with Dave Chappelle, the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock, one of my favorites, and that ain't no prisoner of the moment shit.
Right,
That's
definitely.
because I love his brand of comedy. To me, we can't talk comedy without talking Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna throw this name out there. And this go back to me, I like the versatility, and he haven't been active on the stage doing stand-up in a while. But Eddie motherfucking Murphy, man.
That's where I was going with mine.
Let's
All
go.
time, Eddie Murphy, I think he the greatest comedian all time when we talk about stand-up and
All around.
movies.
Yeah.
He the GOAT. Then Dave Chappelle, the shit he doing, how he grabbing the white folks, us, he bringing everybody together, and his shit is conscientious comedy. He bringing awareness to shit with his funny. Then I gotta go with Cat Williams, number 3. I fuck with a good Cat Williams boy joke.
Yeah.
And number 4 is a lot of them out there. I would want to put Kevin Hart number 4. So I ain't gonna overlook Kevin Hart. I see a lot of people overlooking Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart, that boy a beast. That's my 4.
I mean, you can't take nothing away from Kev to me and what he's done all around as a comedian / actor. As far as stand up to me, I probably would go with like a Cat Williams or something. Ahead of Kevin Hart, also Dave Chappelle. To me, Eddie Murphy, we already know about Eddie. I would like to see Eddie come back home. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. I know it's been a long time. I feel you're a little nervous because it's hard to top what you done. But it's damn near like Dr. Dre with the Chronic. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you say you're going to make detox. Same thing for Eddie Murphy. Like, when you going to actually get back on the stage and do some comedy?
Mm-hmm.
I gave y'all 2 modern GOATs and 2 all-time GOATs. I definitely would love to see Eddie back on the stage. To comment on Kevin Hart, just for me personally, his stand-up is too safe for me. You know what I'm saying? Like his brand of humor is strictly self-deprecating. He only talks about himself, his family. Like he'll never offend anyone. You know what I'm saying? But that's playing it too safe to me. Like I feel like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock watch the news and take serious subjects that's not funny and they educate you and humor you with it.
Because I know you used to like Paul Mooney.
Oh man, that's the godfather of comedy, dog. Like, man, bro. So The only reason I didn't say Paul Mooney and I put Richard Pryor because I feel like Richard Pryor has a bigger body of work. But man, honorable mention to the fucking godfather of comedy, Paul Mooney, dog. Like that motherfucker just raw. They would have definitely canceled him nowadays.
We gonna sprinkle a little Martin Lawrence in there. Some of Mama seasoning.
But I was just about to go there with you. I was about to ask you, what do you think of? I was about to say a Martin, and then I was about to ask y'all, and I know this to me really sliding down the scale. But how y'all feel about a Mike Epps?
Mike Epps, he not on their level to me though.
Yeah, he not on their level, but he the beat. He in the beat class.
Right. The next level he there, but dog, like the names you just said, that
Ray Davis, all of them niggas.
I got a confession. I used to want to be a stand-up comedian, so I'm really a connoisseur. Like I really watch it, and it's not just black comedians. I watch white, women, whoever. Like, and even if the whole thing ain't for I told you to watch Seinfeld, Cleve, and you wasn't feeling it. That shit was hilarious to me. You know what I'm saying? But man, Martin and Paul Mooney, that's two of my favorites. I got to put them on honorable mention.
Yeah, that you can rock with them. What y'all think about these young cats, like the DC Young Flies? How y'all feel about them? Because their comedy is a little wild with it, where it seemed like Eddie Murphy and them was, I'm
rocking with them, dog. They had a comedy show out here not too long ago. All them boys when I went to it, it was lit. Like, again, it's gonna be more for the times, you know what I'm saying? But I'm liking what them boys doing and putting it down.
I'm a huge fan of Ryan Davis.
Yeah,
I think he does that same brand of comedy. Like I like something that's thought provoking, make me laugh or make me think too.
What you feel about the Carmichael guy?
I missed the Carmichael show. That was my show. I don't be seeing too much of him, so he just seemed like a little flash in the.
Well, you about to see a lot more of him because he just came out the closet. He hosted Saturday Night Live.
What you mean?
Night. What you mean? What I mean? He looked disappointed. But so he had a recent comedy special. It might be on Netflix or something where he actually came out the closet. I feel the same way. I thought he was a real insightful comedian. Matter of fact, look at his monologue on on Saturday Night Live, the opening monologue. He talked about the Will Smith and Chris Rock thing without ever mentioning it. Like he didn't say it not one time. So I thought it was, and he talked about himself coming out the closet without mentioning it one time. So I do think he a great comedian, but I'm gonna knock him down a notch for a couple of reasons. But yeah, you definitely ain't on their level. You under Mike Epps.
I got a question. What y'all niggas think about the Nick Cannon show Wildin' Out compared to In Living Color? Because it seems, you know what I'm saying? That's the old way. And then the Wildin' Out, the same thing, but it's on a new level with it, like the old Fresh Prince. Now we got the Bella. You feel me? What y'all think about the comparison?
I think that's a good question and comparison for one. Now, me personally, honestly, I haven't watched a lot of Wildin' Out where I could legitimately judge and to really compare. I just kind of know what it's about more or less, you know what I'm saying? In Living Color, obviously I was a fan, dog. That shit transcended television. And I mean, to me, you got a voice for that, in my opinion, right now. But I guess because I don't watch Wildin' Out, I'll turn that over to y'all to really compare. But I'm a big fan of Living Color, and from what I've seen of Wildin' Out, it's all good.
That's a good comparison, honestly. Like I'm a fan of both. Watch both. I never even thought to compare them, but the same type of thing, sketch comedy. Wildin' Out is obviously a more modern version of it. Like I think on Wildin' Out they have like more free reign, like it's more ad-libbing, so you can see really that person's skill set. But I think In Living Color, that's the modern day In Living Color. Like I never thought of it like that, but yeah, I would say so.
I'm gonna be honest. I think In Living Color is still better.
It's better.
Wildin' Out fire though, dog. I know you say you don't follow it a lot, Slim. Wildin'
You
Out
definitely
fire.
love it, cuz that shit hilarious.
And I think they're on season 17.
The reason I like it, though, because they do the little freestyling shit and nigga be throwing, man, that shit be
and
live,
that's more or less what I saw. I used to see like clips of that, and to me it kind of mimicked the battle rapping, but it was more on a comedic level. Right. So, and for me, for that particularly, but if they do other shit and it's overall kind of in Living Color-esque, I would definitely, go peek my head in that. You know what I'm saying?
I done kind of fell off since they kind of took them off the air and put them back on, but I like it because it showcased current talent. You know what I'm saying? They'll have current rap stars on there or whatever. And you still got to get down. I don't care if you was platinum or not. Like when a motherfucker coming at your top and you got to come off the dome, like that exposed motherfuckers, dog.
Nah, that's real shit, dog. The improv game is definitely something, like
that's something.
You got to be on it.
Who started the improv? Who y'all say?
Who started it?
Who y'all say started? I won't go with Dave Chappelle with the Chappelle Show.
Oh no.
No.
Like, you gotta go back to dang, this is what we need your fucking pops on. Flip Wilson. The Flip Wilson Show.
Okay,
with Geraldine and all them. You know what I'm saying? I told you I'm a connoisseur, baby. I go back with this. And also, you know what? Like, so we so soft now. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we used to have roasts where motherfucker, the intended purpose is to get on this stage and insult you. We gonna go back and forth and nothing ain't off limits, ain't nothing ain't out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? I know you remember the Richard Pryor roast, the Dean Martin roast,
they still do those, the Emmitt Smith roast. Remember when
I remember Emmitt Smith.
Jamie Foxx ruined that nigga career. You remember
that? Yeah, dog. I know what was
one of the funniest. That nigga still mad at Jamie Foxx to this day. That nigga still mad at Jamie Foxx to this day. I watched the interview.
You just said he ruined the nigga career.
Doug Williams.
He fucked over him, dog.
He fucked over that boy. That shit was so. That's probably one of the coldest roasts I've seen in ever.
They did one. They roasted the shit out of Justin Bieber. I won't say they roasted. I've seen a lot of them. You're right. They don't do them as much, but I have seen some in like recent years.
Mm-hmm.
I
think we going into the future with some decent comedy. I think the comedy of the past is still a little bit top notch than what we got now, but I think we okay. You feel me with comedy?
I'm scared for comedy.
You scared for it?
I'm scared for it, though. I feel like it's a dying art form. Like motherfuckers could run on stage and slap you because they don't like the joke now. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that. No, for real. Like that set a precedent because now that's an option for people. Motherfucker, play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wasn't thinking that before. Or maybe people have thought it, but wasn't bold enough to do it. But once you see the Fresh Prince do it, a guy who we don't even fucking cursing his raps, you know what I'm saying? And nothing, there's no real consequence for it. Like, motherfucker, like, yeah, I would have did the same thing.
Now let's think about it. Niggas got security at other comedy shows. At the Oscars, niggas thought it was just everybody upscale could control itself. Niggas ain't just walking on stage, I don't think, at a regular spot.
Well, somebody ran up on DC, I want to say last year,
sure
and he beat the brakes off him. Mm-hmm. I was listening to Ari Spears comments on the person I'm really waiting to hear comment on it is Dave Chappelle, to be honest. But I heard Ari Spears comment on the situation, and he was basically like, I done had motherfuckers want to stab me. They done threw ketchup bottles on stage at me. Motherfuckers been waiting at the bus for me. Like, basically, if I don't offend somebody, if somebody ain't checking for me, I did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the territory. And we gotta think, dog, we come from an era of, nothing wasn't really off limits. Like, nigga, your mama this. I did your mama jokes or like whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was good at offending motherfuckers.
Hey, bro, I do agree with y'all. To a certain degree, I kind of feel, well, I don't know, bro, as far as, I guess, the comedy kind of being on the slide or whatnot. I think they got a good amount of young comics in the game. I just think with all the different platforms, that you could, I guess, put content on, it may be harder to catch them, or it's a lot more to go around, I guess. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, you're going to get Eddie Murphy, he going to do the HBO, Martin Lawrence, you did your own shit, you put it in a movie theater, everybody going to go to that one centralized spot to see that one thing. Shit, people putting out shit every day. You got so many ways to put it out. I think some of it might get kind of lost in translation. But as far as with the DC Young Flies and what's your boy name? Carlos Miller, all them boys.
Carlos funny as fuck to me.
Yeah, I think shit in good hands. And then the meat, like they putting a nice little spin on it and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they eating. So
don't get me wrong. I like the skits that Cat's doing, like Country Wayne. Shout out to them. They do the skits and get on and actually then become a stand-up comedian. But I'm more of a fan of the raw art form, getting on the stage with just the mic and the crowd and letting it go. And I don't think nothing should be off limits. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you have a personal issue that's highly sensitive to you, I don't think you should attend such things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a possibility that a motherfucker gonna talk about you.
I agree.
And we need to bring back Def Comedy Jam, dog. Like shit like that, where a motherfucker
Comic View,
raw, unadulterated, funny self. I would say Comic View, but that was censored, even though it still is funny. But man, when you think about how many stars graced the stage of Def Comedy Jam, like before they were stars, like if you go back and watch the archives,
Bernie Mac, yeah, all of that.
Any comedian that's a star now, you had to go touch that stage. You know what I'm saying? You had to.
All right, fellas, I got a question for y'all. Well, Cuzzo, to my knowledge, you still single. I know, man, you recently off the market, but online dating, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit before my time to a certain degree.
I didn't miss shit.
Yeah, I didn't really experience it, but that's what I was about to say. Like, I know they got a lot of shit going on with the catfishing, and I saw a little guy, I guess to a certain degree, was catfished. Then he was sending the nude pictures. He wound up getting extorted. He wound up taking his own life. And he was young, bro, like 17. Like, but then on the other hand, you see or you hear about the, I got on whatever.com and you met whoever. How y'all feel about the online dating? Do y'all, because y'all been privy to both, you prefer the old school method, or you know what I mean? Just
I don't have no preference, honestly. Matter of fact, that's why I met my old lady online. Okay. So like y'all niggas know I'm talking all day. So whether we out and about, but when the corona hit, I'm like, oh shit, she was looking weak for me. You heard me? So I don't know who it was. Nigga told me to get online, so I fucking put a picture online. Motherfucker was binging me. I'm looking. I'm like, you know what? This kind of easy. You feel me? Okay. Hitting people up on the phone, set a little quick date up, see how you look. Boom.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, what site you was
on? We had a Facebook dating site. Black. I was on a couple of lists.
The BLK.
Who? No, Christian.
The BLK.
Yeah, the BLK. I was on that.
Okay.
Like, shit just off the chain ring. I'm like, oh shit. You gotta turn the page a lot, but until you find one, you heard me? But the shit easy to me, dog. Like, I could walk up to a motherfucking Walmart and talk to them, boom, boom, boom. But the fucking internet, motherfucker, let you know they want you. So shit, it's easier.
I'm not really a fan of it, dog. Like, and I don't even know what my status is right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the chick I'm currently dealing with, I did meet her online, and we like instantly clicked, like crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I done had extensive experience online, and I would say overall it's not a pleasant experience. Because I feel like, so this is something I had a talk with a good female friend yesterday, and she was like, yeah, I'm on these online dating sites, but I'm not really ready to date, and I don't know if I'm really ready to date, and guys are so aggressive, and like, to me, if you ain't ready to date, why the fuck you on a dating site? That don't make sense to me. Like, if you're not ready to actually date, why get on a dating site? Like, they got Christian Mingle if you just want to fucking talk or something. Which I thought about making a profile on that bitch. You heard me? I was gonna be backslider 69. You did?
Oh my god!
That's what I wanted to ask y'all. When like being on the site, do you find you run into more people who really upfront with what it is they want, or still a lot of the bullshit as far as you're saying you want this, but you really want that?
Like, I ran into the two of the worst experiences I done had with females online. I went on the worst first date ever. And also I had this chick recently. I really think she was bipolar. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this would have happened. Like, we met online. Shit was good, but we never met. Like, we just talking. So, you know me, I get fed up. Like, bitch, it's been a month. Is you a nigga? Like, you trying to catfish me? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So then she tell me, like, you know what? I fell in love with someone else. This ain't gonna work between me and you. And I wasn't tripping because we've never physically met. Like, so, okay, cool. So you gone, you out my phone. Like a month later, you calling me back from a different number. Like, I miss you, I love you, I made a mistake. That nigga was the wrong nigga, you the wrong. Bitch, we still ain't never met.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck you talking about? Now, the other situation, y'all know I recently, well, I ain't gonna say recently, my boy's almost a year old, you know what I'm saying? And I was slow to put them online and stuff like that, because I ain't that type of parent to be putting my kids all over social media and shit. But you know, I got twins, dog. It's like an amazing thing. So I finally put my boys on Instagram, and my phone go to blowing up. Like, you would have thought that motherfucker was a dating site. So a chick who I had met off a dating site previously, we talked, we exchanged information, like socials and phone numbers and shit. We had a couple conversations, never met, never nothing, gone. So the way I roll, if you in my phone and we ain't talking in like months, you ain't in my phone no more. Right. So the chick hit me up after I posted the pictures of my boys, and she was like, you know what? It's crazy you posted that picture because I was just thinking about you and saying that I'm going to give you a chance. This is after a year of no talking or nothing like that. And how you thinking you're going to give me a chance? And I ain't even asked for a motherfucking chance. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so me being me, so this is what she told me. She was like, basically, now that you have these new kids, you off the table or whatever, but I was thinking about it. So I'm like, motherfucker, who is you to take me off the table? Like, I don't like, let me meet you in person and see, you know, who you is or whatever. So we go on a little date or whatever. Worst fucking first date I ever had.
That's what I was waiting to hear. So I was about to raise my hand. That's what I want to hear right there.
We go to a little restaurant. It's a seafood restaurant. I'm trying to put on something new, some charbroiled oysters. She liked them. And she ordered some shit. It was like a steak, a thinly sliced steak on a little small baguette, a piece of bread or some shit like that. But the steak was like real rare. It wasn't cooked fully. So do you know this grown ass woman proceeded to chew the steak, take it out her mouth, put it on a plate like a piece of chewed meat. And so I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck are you doing? And she was like, was that bad? Like, I don't like meat. My meat is raw. I just like the meat juice.
Might I ask where she was from? It might be something indicative to where she's from.
She from here. She from Dallas.
Explain. She chewed the meat and did what? I'm trying to figure out the problem.
A piece of meat. She chewed it, but didn't digest it. She takes it out her mouth, sit it on the side of the plate.
She ain't like
piece of steak. Do the same thing. Put it on the side of the plate. I'm like, what you gonna do with that? This is fucking gross. Like,
what?
She like, yeah, that's gross. Like, bitch.
So she kept doing that with the steak.
Yeah, it was like it's an appetizer. So it's like maybe 6 of these things. She did that with each and every one of them. So I'm totally grossed out. Like, oh my God, I'll never bring you out in public again. But I'm keeping my cool because I'm pretty clear about mine. Right. So we leave, we walking, and I'm saying her vehicle is like a slight walk, trying to get past the chewing of the tobacco because she was actually a decent looking female, like very easy on the eyes. So we walk in, she proceeds to ask me like randomly. So from New Orleans, right? Like, yeah, I'm feeling good about that there.
She from New Orleans too?
No, she just asked me, you from New Orleans, right? Like setting up the question. I'm like, yeah, why? So she was like, how many bodies you got?
What the fuck?
I'm like, what you mean by that? Like, how many people I've had sex with? No, nigga, how many bodies you got? Like, the only other thing you could be talking about is like murders or something like, yeah, nigga, you ain't never smashed nothing? Like, no, motherfucker. And if I did, this ain't the time to confess to you. And she was like, nah, I'm just asking because I'm used to D-boys and just trying to see where you at with it. Now, at the time, I was dressed like you dressed, Cleve. I was selling life insurance fresh off from work. I'm thinking I'm giving a whole nother vibe off. This motherfucker asking me about murders.
Damn.
So I'm just thinking like that's the mindset. Bitch, you 30-something years old. You have a daughter in 10th grade and you looking for a nigga with murders under his belt? Oh, another thing she said on the date that kind of took me aback. She was like, "Yeah, I'm currently single because I just fired a motherfucker." I'm like, okay, well, what you fired him for? So she says that her baby daddy is like an absentee father, never been involved in a child life, like whatever. So the current boyfriend, the daughter had either ran away or attempted suicide. It was some real dramatic shit.
God damn, first date,
nigga. So she told me the guy got fired because she told him the daughter had ran away. So she told a guy to call the baby daddy and check him about not being in his daughter's life. I'm like, she said, so she asked my opinion. What you would have done? I'm like, I wouldn't have called that nigga either. Why would I call another man and complain about him not doing the job that I'm here to do? It don't make no fucking sense. So yeah, I'm gonna sum it all up to say, out of all of my experiences, hopefully my last experience is a good one because I do like the chick I'm rocking with right now. But if it ain't, I'm gonna be the old school dog. That online shit played for me, and I have an unusual fear. Never happened to me, but I have an unusual fear of being catfished. I really do. Every bitch
I never. I see you froze up. I never had a bad experience, dog. All my experience, I had a couple that looked a little off from the picture, but all of them looked like the picture. I had a conversation with them before we went out. Conversation smooth. Let's go hit the L house, have a quick lunch. Shit, all mine's been smooth. Quick smashes, found some decent ones, got one I like for sure. Like, I was really surprised the motherfucker served me well.
It's definitely been hit or miss for me. I've had pleasant experiences, but also had awful experiences.
Wow.
And just for the record, one more time, you was on what site, cuz?
I was
on all of them. Nah, but these experiences came off of BLK, like, because it's more catered to us, like the black demographic. But I done been on BLK, Plenty of Fish. I ain't hit that Christian Mingle yet. I'm coming for you holy hoes in a minute. Tinder, all that. You know what I'm saying?
I was on Where the Bitches At, hoes, nothing but hoes. I was.
Oh my goodness.
Bitches to the east of the west. No, I was on the black one and the Facebook junk because people around.
I did Facebook too.
It's right around the corner. Everybody around the house. So, like I said, the shit served me good. I like
BLK, my favorite one. Like, I ain't gonna lie, to met some chicks who I'm like, God damn, what you doing online, motherfucker? But they be asking me the same.
Well, I'll say this, bro. For those of you out there listening to us, if you do have to fuck with the online dating, right now it look like you got a 50-50 shot. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all time. We about to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? For Cuzzo Rant, Caveman 55, I'm Ben Good. Y'all know what it is. Put the big T on it when you say the
like, share, subscribe, holla at your rounds. You did.